We do understand that all the IBC ballot papers have already arrived for the 16,100 candidates on the ballot. What can you tell us?
Well, definitely it's going to be the home stretch from now to August 9, which is next week. And of course, we expect that more activities will be continuing. As you have already put it that we have already received all the ballot papers from across for all the constituencies and all the counties across the country. And of course, the presidential ballot papers also arrived yesterday, and the final batch also came in. And the IBC is just continuing with the last plans to ensure that they put everything in perspective and ensure that Kenyans go for the elections that they have said is going to be a free and fair process. And of course, we also expect that some activities will be continuing in the political fronts. We expect that the Kenya Kwanza team is actually this morning holding a press conference at the Hustler Mansion, that is the Karen residence, that is the official residence of the Deputy President in Karen. And the Deputy President is supposed to address the nation about some of the activities that they have lined up and some of the issues that they have with their preparations. And of course, some of the issues that have been brought forward include the Nyayo National Stadium, where they had booked for their last rally on Saturday. Remember, it is only 2 days before the end of campaigns and 4 days before the election. That means that they have to plan everything and put everything in order. And of course, the Deputy President and the whole team of the Kenya Kwanza are supposed to have a press conference this morning to explain some of those issues and elucidate to Kenyans what their preparations are up to this point. Similarly, we also expect that the Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Coalition political party, and the flag bearer will be continuing to, of course, ransack the Nyanza region today. He's going to be at his home turf of Kisumu County, where he's going to hold some rallies and, of course, rally the people of Kisumu, his backyard, about 3.1 million votes in Nyanza to support his bid. And some may say this is preaching to the choir, but it is very critical to have that backyard coming out in 100% at 100% turnout to ensure that those votes count. I remember yesterday he was in Kakamega County in Buhungu Stadium, where we saw a very big delegation and, of course, a mammoth crowd coming there to see off the Right Honorable Raila Odinga as he continues with these final campaigns. That is what we have for today, and of course we'll be waiting to see what else is going to transpire as the day goes by. But it is the home stretch. Everybody is trying to put their best foot forward to ensure that they put everything in order. So that is the much we have from the political front. Over to you in studio.
Well, thank you very much, Emmanuel To, for that. Let's now move on to the coast region, where our reporter Tobias Chanji is on standby. Tobias, good morning. What are the preparations when it comes to the elections in the coast region and, of course, the campaign trail? We do know Kenya Kwanza is there today and Azimio is there tomorrow. So give us an update.
A very good morning, Fatia. As you said, it is all systems go as we remain with 2 days to the deadline of the campaign period. And according to Swalfa Yusuf, who is the returning officer in the county of Mombasa, they've already received all material related to the election. This includes ballot papers and ballot boxes for all positions apart from the presidential and gubernatorial. And of course, they'll be expecting them either today or tomorrow. In far-flung areas like Lamu, this material will be flown there also either today or tomorrow. And according to Swalha, there are 1,041 polling stations plus 4 prisons in Mombasa County. Remember that Mombasa County has at least 641 registered voters, which makes it to be the county with the most number of voters in the coast region, followed by Kilifi County that has 588,000 voters. Then Kwale County has 328,000 voters, while Taita Taveta has 181,000 voters, followed closely by Tana River that has 141,000 voters, while Lamu County has the least number of voters at 81,000. And as this is happening also on the political front, the political rallies are happening. What is happening today actually is the Kenya Kwanza that is led by Deputy President William Ruto. that will be campaigning here as from 2 p.m. at the Tononoka grounds. This will be their largest mega rally in the coast region. Then tomorrow, the Azimio, also led by Raila Odinga, will also be at the same venue trying to drum up support. Remember that the issue of land has taken center stage when it comes to campaigns in coast region. Remember that Odinga has already said that once he ascends to power, he'll pick Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho as his cabinet secretary for lands. At the same time, we've seen the other coalition, Kenya Kwanza, Ali Mbogo, who's the member of parliament for Kisauni, saying that he has been promised that slot. Another thing that will be happening today, of course, we've seen President Uhuru Kenyatta in his last days also trying to drum up support for Raila Odinga, and is also expected to jet in Mombasa to just try and inspect a number of projects that were initiated here, including the Makupa Causeway, the Dongo Kundu, just among others. And there are those that he'll be also commissioning, and we're also expecting that matters politics also takes center stage as he continues to drum up support for Odinga.
Thank you, Tobias, for that. We'll be looking at what will be happening there in Coast Region. But for now, though, let's move on to Nyeri County, where our reporter Clement Masombo is on standby to just give us an update on politics in Mount Kenya. Good morning, Clement.
Good morning to you. Indeed, as far as politics and election preparedness is concerned, is that speaking yesterday to the Nyeri County returning officer, that is Madam Anastasia Nduku, she said that they have received most of the ballot materials and other essential voting materials that they are supposed to be having, except those presidential ballot papers that they are expecting maybe today or tomorrow. And they have already started with the distribution among the 6 constituencies in Nyeri County. 3 have received everything except the presidential ballot papers, and 3 others have received some, and some they will be concluding in distribution of the materials today. So that is in terms of the election preparedness. Come to the headlines today in Nyeri County. We shall also be keeping focus on what is on the headline today, given that there is that petition, a number of petitioners seeking that the UDA presidential running mate Rigathi Gachagua should be blocked from being on the ballot paper. The petitioners are asking the court to determine if at all he qualifies to be a presidential running mate, given that just a week ago the anti-corruption court ordered him to forfeit about some 202 million shillings. The court cited that he could not explain the source of the money and that they were considered to be the proceeds of graft. So Gachagua and some other allies of Deputy President William Ruto from this region, somebody like Anne Weguru, the governor of Kirinyaga, someone like the governor of Tharaka Nithi, that is Mudomi Njuki, are also some of the people who have been mentioned in that case. And the petitioners, through their lawyer Kibe Mungai, they are saying that the integrity test should not just be left to independent commissions, but rather it is a concerted effort and it should be cemented by the courts of Kenya. So that is what's happening in the corridors of justice. But also to mention is that politically speaking, in terms of counties, we have seen in Kirinyaga County some Azimio la Umoja coalition have resulted to have settled on one candidate, that is the Jubilee gubernatorial candidate in Kirinyaga County, the current Senator of Kirinyaga, Charles Kibiru, who is now supported by the candidate for NAK Kenya under the same as Azimio la Umoja, that is Karevi. Let me get his name. Muriithi Kagai, who was vying for gubernatorial seat in Kirinyaga County. He has bowed out of the race and he will be supporting the gubernatorial candidate under Jubilee Party in Kirinyaga County. And in Nyeri County, of course, all the 4 gubernatorial candidates who are cleared to vie are just in their rush hour campaigns deep in the villages across Nyeri County. That is the incoming governor Mutahi Kahiga. We have who is vying under UDA party ticket. We have Peter Munyiri, who is vying under the Chama cha Kazi. We have the current Senate of Nyeri, Ephraim Maina, vying under Jubilee Party, and of course under the New Democrats Party, that is Dr. Dhuo Madenga. All the four will be making inroads in various villages across Nyeri County, just trying to drum up support in the final days remaining as we get to the next Tuesday's election.
Thank you so much, Clement, for that. Let's now just move on to the business desk and see what's happening there. With me is Kelvin Yakundi from the business desk. Good morning.
Good morning, Fathia. All right, so on the business front, we'll be first of all looking at the economic outlook. Now that we are nearing the election, we are also going to be looking at how this is expected to perform, because reports are saying that the economic outlook is expected to grow by 5.1%, the GDP of the country. Now, with inflation at over 8.3%, we are looking at a situation where now after the election, what will this be? So that's one of the things that we'll also be looking at. We'll also be looking at unemployment in Kenya and what has been the trend of unemployment in Kenya, looking at the way the various sectors, the agriculture sector contributing almost 53.8% of the employed in the country. We'll also be looking at the manufacturing sector, the forestry. All right, and also this unemployment in Kenya. Later on in the show, I'll be joined by Stephen Obiro, who is the head of policy at the Federation of Kenya Employers, to just discuss about this and to see what are some of the options that we can create in the private sector in order to make sure that we engage